My Lords, I think we all know that the planning system, it doesn't actually function very well at the moment. It's become more and more complex over the decades, and until it's a sort of morass of rules that many of us don't understand. And this is an opportunity, this bill, it's an opportunity for a lot of things, but it's an opportunity to put that right and make sure that the planning process, as other noble lords have said, actually works for the people, for the residents, for the communities, and not just rules that make no sense anymore. We can use it to make sustainable, healthy communities, and why on earth would anybody disagree with that? Now, I know that some people deny that climate change is happening, and I'm sure there are some people who think that the IPCC report is not worth taking into serious consideration. But, of course, for a lot of people here in Britain, we are incredibly anxious. And as we've seen, there are houses still being built on floodplains in ludicrous places where they will be damaged and probably won't be able to get insurance. What we did find during COVID, one of the lessons during COVID was that people do better when they are out in nature. And so we do need to include green spaces and that sort of environment for people to allow them to exercise, walk, be with their dogs and their children. One of the things that I found when I was on a planning committee, only a local planning committee, when I was a councillor for very long, very hard years, is that the officers abide by the rules. So you can be as green as you like as a councillor, but that comes to absolutely nothing if you run up against the rules. And the officers know the rules, and they insist that we act by them. And so we need strong rules. We need good, clear guidance. In the other place at the moment, there's a former Prime Minister struggling to keep his temper, apparently, discussing also about the rules and the guidance and what he knew and what he didn't know and so on. And what we have to do is not what we did in COVID, which was a whole collection of quite confused rules, guidance, recommendations, advice even, but to make it clear, to make the planning system fit for the sort of country that we want to be. And of course, if we want to take pressure off the National Health Service, we should be thinking about people's well-being, everybody's well-being. We should be thinking about how everybody lives. It's very hard, I think, at the moment. The planning system is not fit for purpose. I completely support all of these amendments, and I agree with everything that's been said so far.
My Lords, though I perhaps wouldn't want to align myself